So what happened before the Euromaidan so-called revolution, the military coup that overturned the democratically elected president, is he turned down EU and IMF loans because they wanted him to cut heating assistance for Ukrainian pensioners and poor people. And I don't know if you know this, chat, but in the winter, Ukraine gets very cold. So poor people in Ukraine cannot afford market prices for oil and gas. So Ukraine had a rather large home heating welfare program to help people afford heating for their homes. They turned down IMF loans because the IMF loans wanted them to basically privatize state enterprise. They wanted them to repeal Ukrainian labor law, and they wanted them to cut the home heating assistance, among other things. And these were all the structural adjustments that the European Union and the IMF wanted. And he turned it down in favor of a development deal from Russia. And that's when the Euromaidan revolution was kicked off by pro-Western liberals in the western part of the country, whereas he was elected by people in the eastern part of the country, right? So the minority, which happened to be the majority within the capital, pushed for this European realignment, right? And then there was 100 people gunned down. Nobody knows who did it. And, eventually he was chased out of the country. He fled to Russia and was removed from power after the revolution, right? And that's when the whole rebellion happened in 2014 with the invasion of Crimea by Russia and the annexation of Crimea by Russia, and then the rebellion by the Eastern breakaway provinces. It all happened in the context of a coup of the democratically elected leader because he didn't want to do IMF EU program. Now, I don't know if the CIA was behind the Euromaidan revolution. I wasn't born yesterday, and it looks identical to very similar revolutions that have happened throughout the world against the regimes the American state is not in favor of, but I don't have direct proof. I don't have the declassified documents. 25, 50 years from now, maybe we'll be able to see those documents. But all I can say right now is we know for a fact that it was an overturning of a democratically elected government through non-legal means. And it was done so in favor of this IMF structural adjustment program.